Hi everyone, welcome to the Piano Keys. I'm so glad that you're here. A while back, my friend Erin, also known as Guitar Hurricane, asked me to make a video of myself playing the Game of Thrones theme, and I did, and I put it up here, and then a bunch of you said, hey, where's the tutorial and where's the sheet music? So here is the tutorial, and the sheet music is on my website, thepianokeys.com. You can go download it for free. I tried to make this tutorial short, but it ended up being really long anyway. So you might find that I go a little fast in some places. Here's what you do if it's too fast for you. Go into the settings for this video, click on the speed button, and then click on 0.5 or 0.25, and that way it'll slow it down without changing the audio quality. And then you can practice it slowly and then speed up as you're able to. As far as fingering goes, when I'm playing, I almost never think about fingering. I just play whatever fits into my hand in that moment. So I went back and looked at the performance video for this piece, and I wrote down the fingerings that I used, and that's what I teach you here. If these fingerings don't work for you, make up your own. It's fine. Fingering is not something that's written in stone. Whatever works for you is fine, okay? If you like my videos, be sure to click the thumbs up button, subscribe, and leave me a comment. I like to know that you're there, and I like to interact with you. It also helps YouTube know that you like me so that I might be promoted more, which I would love very much. I'm going to start doing Facebook Live next month. If you don't know what that is, basically it's like a live video of me talking to you and you talking to me, and you can ask me questions in real time and I can just answer you right there. So go to my Facebook page, The Piano Key, and click like and follow, and that way you'll know when I'll be doing Facebook Live. If you are ready to learn my version of the Game of Thrones theme, keep watching. The left hand plays the same thing over and over in part one, so it's really easy. Fifth finger is on low C. So we are 2 octaves below middle C. Here's middle C, here's a C right below, and then this is the one that we want. Put your 5th finger on it and add to it 1st finger on G. Play that, and then just play the G by itself. That's all. That's all the left hand does over and over. So the counting for this is 1, 2, 3. You do that 8 times in part 1. Ready, set, go. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And now you know part 1. Right hand 5th finger is on the G that's right above middle C. Play G, 1st finger on C, 3rd on E flat, and then 4th on F. You're going to repeat this 4 times. The counting is like this. 1, 2, 3, and. 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, and. What comes next is almost exactly the same thing. There's 1 note different. Instead of being on E flat, your 3rd finger is on E. So the pattern is the same, except that now you have 1 note that's different. 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, and. Let's play part 1 from the very beginning. 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, and here comes the change after this one, and now. 3 and 1, 2, 3 and 1, 2, 3 and 1, 2, 3 and. Hands play together on beat 1 and on beat 3. On beat 2 and on and, the right hand is by itself. Right hand on 2, together on 3, right hand on and. Okay, so that's it. That's the whole pattern. Remember, the only difference is we'll move to E natural on the next round. Let's do 4 times with the E flat. 1, 2, lift your left hand, 3, and 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, and. Now let's do the one with the E natural. 1, lift, 3, lift, 1, lift, 3, and 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, and. Now we're going to play part 1 from the beginning, and this time we're going to think about how loud or how soft we're playing. That's called dynamics in music. It's more effective to have different dynamics than to just play everything at the same level. We're going to start this quietly. So how do you play quietly in piano? You basically imagine that your arms are very light. So we're going to start by dropping lightly, and we're going to get increasingly heavier. Let's see if we can do it faster. 1, 2, 3, ready, and go. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Now see if you can get heavier. Okay, so it sounds like something is coming closer to you. That's pretty cool. We left off with the first finger on G. You're going to take that first finger and jump it up to C and keep the pinky on C. So we're playing an octave now. Then second finger on G, and then you repeat the top C with your first finger. We're going to do that 4 times. 1, 2, 3, and lift. 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, and. This rhythmic pattern is going to repeat a lot in this piece. We're going to do that one more time, and remember to lift right after you play that thumb by itself on the higher C. Ready, set, go. 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, and. Now we're going to repeat that pattern, but you move down to the G's, play the octave G's, and then second finger will be on D, and then the first finger will play the top G again. Do that 3 times, okay, with the same counting. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, and. On the 4th time, very similar, but the last 2 notes are longer, so it looks like this. 1, 2, 3. From here, you do the same pattern. This time put your 5th finger on B flat and first finger on B flat in octave. Play that on beat 1, hold it on 2. Second finger should be right above F. You're going to play it, and then repeat the top B flat. So same pattern, and we're going to do that 4 times. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, and. Remember to lift. 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, and. Move down to F, 5th finger on low F, first finger on F, and then play that same pattern, this time using second finger on C, and then repeating the top F. We do that 3 times. 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, and. Now it's the same notes, but again, we're going to make the last 2 notes longer, so the first note gets only 1 beat. 1, 2, 3. Let's do it from the beginning of part 2. Ready, set, go. So as you can see, probably the biggest challenge is accurately aiming for the moves. For that, the best practice is to slow down, find it with your eyes, and go to that note. Right hand 5th finger is still on G, where we left it. So you're going to play it on beat 1, and then first finger moves down an octave to G on beat 2. On beat 3, you pick up and move. The second finger takes over that low G, and the 5th finger goes to middle C. Play it. 1, and then on beat 2, thumb reaches down to E flat, and then move up on 3. So it looks like this. 1, 2, move. 1, 2, move. So when you go up, now you're going to take third finger on E flat, fourth finger on F, fifth on G, so we're just walking up, okay? 1 and 2, pick up and put your second finger on G. 1 and 2, 3, and pick up immediately because you're going to play that G again. This time you add a C above it with your fifth finger. And then thumb reaches down again to that E flat. Lift up. Go back to the E flat, this time fourth finger. And then fifth finger on F. And then lift. So from the first E flat, it's 1 and 2 lift, 3 lift, 1, 2 lift, 3, and then lift. Now, you move down, third finger on B flat, fifth finger on D, play them together. First finger on G, third finger plays that B flat, step up to C with fourth finger, and you're going to play this one 3 times, so it looks like this. 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, and on the fourth time through, you're going to play that B flat and the D again. First finger on G. Now, second finger goes to B flat. The counting there is 1, 2, 3. Let's take it from the beginning of part 2. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1 and 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3. So now you've got your second finger on B flat, you're going to play it, and on top of that you'll add fourth finger on D, fifth finger on F. Play them together. Remember, these are just the fingerings that I happen to play on the video where I'm performing this piece. If you find a fingering that works better for you, just use it, okay? Repeat that B flat, second finger, then take the second finger down to F. Play that F again. Underneath it, you'll add first finger on D, and above it will be fourth finger on B flat. And then repeat the D on first finger. So it looks like this. B flat, D, F, 2, 4, 5. Counting is 1, 2, 3, lift, 1, 2, lift and move. And you move to first finger on F, fourth finger on E flat, play them together, third finger on D, fifth on F, and then play that low F again with your thumb. And then you're going to repeat what you just did before, which is 1, 2, and 4. D, F, B flat, and then the D again. Then you go back up to the F, first finger, this time fifth finger on E flat. Play them together. Step down, D, fourth finger, C, third finger, lift, 2 on A flat, 3 on B flat, 5 on C, first finger on F, then you repeat that. A flat, B flat, C, F, A flat, B flat, C. Now, A flat, second finger still, and then third finger goes to C. Let's take it from the B flat, D, F, 2, 4, and 5. 1, 2, lift and move, 3. 1, 2, lift and move, 3. 1 and 2, 3, pick up and move. 1, 2, 3, move. 1 and 2, 3 and 1, 2, 3 and 1, 2, 3 and 1, 2, 3, pick up. Let's take it from the beginning of part 2. Fifth finger on G. 2, pick up your right hand, 3, and 1, 2, 3, and 1 and 2, 3 and 1, 2, 3 and. Let's do that one more time and then we're going to move on. 1, 2, 3 and 1, 2, 3 and 1 and 2, 3 and 1, 2, 3 and. Now left hand moves down to G, right hand B flat and D. 1, 2, 3 and 1, 2, 3 and 1, 2, 3 and 1, 2, 3. Okay, from here, left hand moves to B flat, right hand stays, second finger on B flat, as D and F. 1, 2, together, 3 and 1, 2, 3 and 1 and 2, 3 and 1, 2, 3 and. Let's do it from the G, left hand on G, right hand B flat and D. Here we go. 1, 2, 3 and 1, 2, 3 and 1, 2, 3. Here is different. 1, 2, 3. Move up to B flat. 1, 2, 3 and 1, 2, 3 and 1 and 2, 3 and 1, 2, 3 and. Now the left hand moves down to F, right hand is on F and E flat. Here we go. 1 and 2, 3 and 1, 2, 3 and 1, 2, 3 and. Now different rhythm. 1, 2, 3. Let's do all of part 2. 1, 2, 3. Left hand in part 3 starts out exactly the same as in part 2. So let's just review it. We do the one that's on C, the one that's on G, and the one that's on B flat. And then after that is where it changes a little bit. 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, and 4 times, remember. Now move to G. This will only be 3 times. 4th time has a different rhythm. Now B flat, 4 times. Here is where it changes. So in part 2 we went down to F. In part 3 we're going to go back up to C. And guess what? You already know this. It's the same thing you played at the beginning of the section. Let's do all of part 3. 1, 2, 3. Move to G. Change the rhythm. B flat. Back to C. That's it. hand with third finger on C. We're going to switch to second finger on C, and above it add third finger on E flat, fifth finger on G. First finger moves down to G, and you repeat that G with second finger. You play that G again, and you're going to add a couple of notes to it. First finger on E flat, fifth finger on middle C. Play those three notes together. Then repeat the bottom note. So it looks like this. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. On 3, you pick up and move. First finger on middle C, third finger on E flat. Then you go second on D, fourth on F, third finger on E flat, fifth finger on G. This takes a little bit of dexterity. You might have to practice it. Go slowly. So that happens on 1 and 2. Pick up. On 3, you play that G again. Repeat the G and add middle C above it with fifth finger. Then reach your thumb down to that E flat again. And go back to that C and E flat, this time second finger on C, fourth finger on E flat, third finger on D, fifth on F. Let's play it from the beginning of part 3. C, E flat, and G, 2, 3, and 5. Here we go. G, G again, E flat, G, C, E flat. Move, C and E flat, D and F, E flat and G, low G, G and C, E flat, C and E flat, D and F. From here, pick up and move third finger to B flat, fifth finger to D, and then first finger on G. Play that third finger on B flat, fourth on C. Repeat this 3 times, so it goes. That's 1. That's 2. And then 3. On the 4th time, it starts the same, but the last note, the B flat, you just play B flat, second finger. There's no C. Counting is 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3. Now play that B flat again, second finger. To it, you're going to add fourth finger on D, fifth finger on F. Again, if you have a better fingering, use it. Pick up, put your second finger on F, play the F again, and then first finger on D. Play that D, above it add the F, and fourth finger on B flat, and then repeat the D again. So it looks like this. B flat, D, F, 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 D, D, F, E flat, D. Counting is 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2. Pick up and move on 3. You go to first finger on F, second on B flat, fourth on E flat, third on D, fifth on F, and then first on low F. And then you repeat that D, F, and B flat that you just played down to the D. The counting here is 1 and 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Let's play it from the beginning of part 3. C, E flat, and G. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1 and 2, 3. 1, 2, 3 and 1, 2, 3 and 1, 2, 3 and 1, 2, 3 and 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3 and 1, 2, 3. 1 and 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Now you go up to the first finger on G, fifth finger on E flat, step down to D, fourth finger, C, third finger, and then second finger on A flat, third on B flat, C, first on G, repeat it, A flat, B flat, C, repeat it, and then the last time you end it on the G. So it looks like this. 1 and 2, 3 and 1, 2, 3 and 1, 2, 3 and 1, 2, 3. We're going to move up. Let's go from the beginning of part 3. 1, 2, 3. Let's keep going. Left hand goes to B flat. Left hand moves to C. Left hand is very repetitive in this piece, which is great. It starts the same way as part 3, which was the same as part 2, if you'll remember. We'll do it just real quickly. On C, 4 times. Then to G. B flat twice. Now, here's where it changes slightly. You're still going to play the same notes, but different rhythm. So, whereas you did the first 2 once on B flat like this, 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, and the next 2 will be all even notes like this. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. That's the only difference. And then it goes back to being the same as part 3, so we go back to C 4 times. Right hand was on low G, now it's going to move up an octave. Thumb on the G right above, middle C, and you're going to do a roll up, playing a bunch of grace notes. It looks like this in slow motion. First finger on G, moves to second on C, moves to third finger on E flat, and then fifth finger on G. So in the video that I played, the way I did it was I held the notes as I was playing them. If that's too big for you to stretch, just go like this, okay? It's fine, whichever way you do it. I'm going to show it to you the way I played it, and then you just adjust according to the size of your hand or whatever you're capable of. These first 3 notes don't get a count, and then the top note is what lands on 1. So here we go. 1, repeat the bottom note, 2, now you're going to repeat that G again, but put your second finger on it, then first finger on E flat. Play that E flat, first finger, G, second finger, and then C, fifth finger. Together, and then first finger on E flat. So the counting, 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3. First finger on high C, third finger on E flat, together. Second on D, fourth finger on F, third finger on E flat, fifth finger on G. Pick up, play the G, second finger, first finger on E flat. Then repeat that E flat G C, 1, 2, 5, and then the E flat again. From the E flat, you go back to the C and the E flat on top, but this time using fingers 2 and 4, then 3 and 5 on D and F. Pick up 3 and 5, you're going to hold the same shape, move down to B flat and D. Then first finger on G, play that third on B flat again, step up fourth finger on C, and then repeat that 3 times. On the fourth time, it starts very similarly, but then second finger on B flat. Let's take it from the beginning of part 4, G, C, E flat, walking up. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3. 1 and 2, 3 and 1, 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 2, 3. From here, you repeat your B flat. On top of it, you add D, fourth finger, F, fifth finger. This is very similar to stuff we've done before, right? Okay, so B flat, D, F. Pick up, put your second finger on F. Repeat the F. And then first on D. You're going to play that D, first finger, F, second finger, fourth finger on B flat together. Then the D and the F by themselves. Okay, so it looks like this. B flat, D, F, 2, 4, 5. F, F, D, D, F, and B flat. And then D and F by themselves. Now, first finger on F, second on B flat, fourth on D. Then you're going to play that F again, but on top you'll play an E flat with your fifth finger. Go back to the chord you just played. Then, first finger on D, second on F, fourth finger on B flat, second on G, fifth on C, first on G, second on A flat, third on B flat, fifth on C, repeat that, repeat one more time. Okay, so the counting from the B flat, D, and F, 2, 4, and 5 goes like this. 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, and 3. 1, 2, and 3. Notice we're playing on the ands there. So it's a different kind of rhythm than what we've done. And it's the only time this happens. 1, 2, and 3. 1, 2, and 3. 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, and. Let's do all of part 4. 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3. 1 and 2, 3 and 1, 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 2, 3. 1, 2, 3 and 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, and 3. 1, 2, and The right hand first three notes happen by themselves, and the left hand again lands on beat 1, remember, which is with the top note of the right hand. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, and 1, and 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, and change the rhythm. 1, 2, 3. Now left hand moves up to B flat. Right hand keeps that B flat, D and F above it. Here we go, nice and slow. 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, and now here's where that different rhythm comes in the right hand. It's actually quite easy if you follow the counting. Play together on 1, left hand is on 2, right hand goes on and, left hand on 3. So it looks like this. 1, 2, and 3. Same rhythm for the next part. 1, 2, and 3. Pretty easy. Let's do it one more time. Ready? Go. 1, 2, and 3. 1, 2, and 3. And then let's finish it out. 1, 2, 3, and repeat. 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, and. Let's do all of section 4. 1, 2, 3. You ended up on C in the previous section. Now you move down to A flat octaves. Second finger on E flat. First finger on the top A flat. You repeat that twice. 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, and. Now you move up to E flat octaves, and then your second finger will be on B flat. The pattern is the same. 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, and. So we do 2 of each here. Then you repeat that pattern, this time moving down to F octave. Your second finger will be on C. 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, and. Then up to C. Second finger's on G. Repeat the pattern. 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, and. Let's do that much. Starting on A flat, here we go. Ready? And. 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, and move to E flat. 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, and down to F. 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, and up to C. 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, and. From here you go back to the A flat one. You do it twice. 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, and move down to the F. Now this one only happens one time. 1, 2, 3, and. From here, move fifth finger and first finger up one note to octave G's. Second finger is on D, and first finger on G. That's that other counting where the notes are longer. 1, 2, 3, like that. Let's take it back from the A flat 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, and move down to F and only one time. 1, 2, 3, and now the G. 1, 2, 3, and then back to C. This is the same one that we started on, and we're going to do it 4 times. 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, and. Let's do all of part 5, starting on A flat. Ready, set, go. 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, and E flat. 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, and F. 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, and C. 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, and A flat. 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, and F. 1, 2, 3, and G. 1, 2, 3, and then 4 times on C. 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, and. Right hand, second finger on A flat, fifth finger on C, playing together. First finger on E flat. Play that E flat again, this time putting your second finger on it, fourth finger on A flat. Middle C, first finger. Repeat that. Fifth finger on B flat, fourth finger on A flat. Then G and B flat with third and fifth. Thumb reaches down to B flat. Play that B flat again with your second finger and put fourth finger above it on E flat. First finger on G. Repeat that. Okay, let's take it from the beginning of part 5. 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2. From here, fifth finger moves to A flat above, then fourth finger on G. Play that A flat again, this time put third finger on F and play it together. First finger on middle C. Repeat that C with your second finger. First finger on A flat. Repeat that. Fifth finger on G. Fourth on F. E flat and G, third and fifth. Reach down, first finger on G. Repeat that G with your second finger. Thumb goes to E flat. Repeat that G, E flat, but with the G you're going to play fifth finger on middle C. E flat. Then the G and the E flat by themselves. Okay, now third finger on middle C, fifth finger on E flat. First finger on A flat. Third on C. Go back to the A flat. Now C and E flat again, 3 and 5. First finger on A flat, third on C, go back to A flat. Do it again, C and E flat, first on A flat, C, A flat. So repeating that a few times. From here, second finger goes to G, fifth finger on D. Then repeat that G twice using first finger. The next part's really easy. Fifth finger on C, first on G, second on A flat, third on B flat. Then you repeat it. Three times. On the fourth time you play C and then G and leave out the rest of it. Let's take it from the E flat and G with counting. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, and one more time. 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3. 3, and 1, 2. Let's take it from the beginning of part 5. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2. 3 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 and 1, 2. 3, 1, 2. 3 and 1, 2. 3 and 1, 2. 3 and 1, 2. Left hand in part 6 is almost exactly the same as part 5. A flat, 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3. Now F, 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, and C, 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, and A flat, 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, and F just once, 1, 2, 3, and then G, 2, 3. So you see it's just about the same as what we just learned in part 5. And now we're going to add the ending. Octave Cs. Pick up your hand, put fourth finger on G, A flat, third finger, B flat, second finger, first finger on C. Then you repeat that. G, A flat, B flat, C, repeat it. G, A flat, B flat, C, repeat it. G, A flat, B flat, C. And then the left hand is done. Right hand, we're doing that roll up again, this time on C, E flat, A flat, going up to C. And again, remember, if this is too big for your hand, just do this, okay? C, E flat, A flat, G. Repeat that bottom, C. Play the E flat, back to C. Repeat that, E flat, C. Then, fifth finger on B flat, fourth finger on A flat. You're going to play that B flat again, this time add third finger on G below it. Reach your first finger down to B flat. Play that B flat again, but this time use second finger and fourth finger on E flat. First finger on G. Repeat that. Let's play that much with counting. So here's the roll up. 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, Now take your fifth finger up to A flat, fourth finger on G, then C, F, and A flat, 1, 3, and 5, play them together. Repeat the C. Repeat the C again, now second finger, this is a pattern just like what we played right before this. First finger on A flat, repeat that. Fifth finger on G, 4 on F, 3 on E flat, 5 on G. Reach down, first finger on G, repeat the G with second finger, E flat, first finger. You're going to repeat that, but this time add the C on top. This is kind of like the previous section, isn't it? 2 and 5, G and C, back to the E flat, G, E flat. Let's go from the A flat, there, and this starts on beat 3. Here we go. 3 and 1, 2. 3 and 1, 2. 3 and 1, 2. 3 and 1, 2, 3, and. Now, C and E flat, 3 and 5. First finger on A flat, back to the C, then the A flat, repeat that, repeat it again, C and E flat, 3 and 5, A flat, first finger, C, A flat, then fourth finger on D, first finger on G, repeat that, and now we're at the very end, fifth finger on C, first finger still on G, second on A flat, third on B flat, back to C, you're going to repeat that, repeat it again, and again, and again, 2 more times, and then on the third time, you just hang out on the C. So altogether, this thing happens 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times, and on the 8th one, you just stay on that C. Let's take it from the C and E flat. 1, 2, 3 and 1, 2, 3 and 1, 2, 3 and 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and 7 times. This is third time. And fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, and then on the 8th, you just stay on the C. Part 6 all the way through. 1, 2, 3. out the holding part, it looks like this. 1. Either way, okay? Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 3, and 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 1, 2, 3, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, and so that was 4 times. The 5th time, the left hand plays just the C and the right hand keeps going. 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3. Let's take it from the beginning of this part. 1, 2, 3. And that was my version of the Game of Thrones theme. Did you like the video? Click the thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. I'm also on Instagram, The Piano Keys, TPK. I take lots of pictures of my dogs and my surroundings if you're interested in that sort of thing. Remember that I have lots of downloads on my website, thepianokeys.com. Go check it out. And when you're practicing, be sure you go slowly. Give yourself plenty of time to learn what you need to learn, and then you'll speed up naturally as you're able to. Okay? And always have fun. I'll see you soon. Bye.